Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you, Dr. Dina. It's for me interesting opportunity to speak about mass media, local media, and internet advertising in Argentina. The historical evolution of the media in Argentina has been a complex and dynamic process that has been influenced by various political, social, and technological factors. First, the writing press in 19th century. Between 1810 and 1820, in the first years of independence, publication emerged that support the political movement of the time. In the age 1830 and 1870, there are numerous newspapers appears and the press play a key roles during national organization. 1880 and 1976, the so-called golden age of the Argentine press, with the consolidation of important newspapers such as La Prensa, La Nación, and La Razón. The age of radio, 1920. The first radio station are installed in Argentina. The first vein LOR Radio Argentina, founded by Enrique Telemaco Susini. 1980 and 1940, radio becomes a massive and popular media. Entertainment, music, and new programs are essentials. Then the age of television, 1950 and 1951, the first television broadcast is made in Argentina. 1960 and 1970, television becomes the main means of mass communication. The first channels appear, such as Channel 7 and Channel 13. Then the cinema in the 20th century. 1930 and 1950, Argentine cinema experienced a boom with the creation of iconic films and the consolidation of great directors and actors. Then digital media, starting in the 1990s, onwards with the rise of the internet, digital media gained importance. Many traditional media outlets are also expanding their online platforms. Then the social networks in the 21st century. The rise of platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube transforms the way news is consumed and shared. Challenges and the recent change, media concentration. Media ownership has historically been concentrated in a few hands, which have raised concerns about the plurality of voice and journalist independence. Economic challenges. The media industry has faced economic challenges with change in business models due to the digital transition. The evolution of media in Argentina reflects the interaction between historical events, technological developments, and social change, shaping the way information and entertainment are produced and consumed in the country. The legal framework for the media in Argentina has undergone significant change over the years. Here is a summary of key aspects. First, the national constitution. The Argentine constitution guarantees freedoms of expression in its Article 14, recognizing the inviolability of the written or spoken word. 2. Broadcasting laws, 1980, and audiovisual communication service law in 2009. The broadcasting law in 1980 was a regulation that regulated the broadcasting sector in Argentina and was criticized for its concentration of license. The Audiovisual Communication Service Act of 2009 was a significant reform that sought to democratize the media space, limit media concentration, and promotes the diversity of voice. Media law 2015, the media law was passed in 2015 and replaced the broadcasting laws of 1980. It sought to regulate the audiovisual communication service market and establish limits on the concentration of license. This regulation and subsequent change since 2017, there have some change in media regulation. The government was sought to relax certain restrictions and encourage foreign investment in the sector. Plurality and diversity. The legal frameworks aim to guarantee the plurality and diversity of voice, avoiding the excessive concentration of media in the hands of a few actors. Law on access to public information 2070. This law establishes the right of access to public information and promotes transparency in state management. Right to reply and rectification. There are legal provisions that guarantee the right of people to request a reply and rectification if they are affected by inaccurate or defamatory information in the media. It is important to note that the media legal landscape in Argentina has been the subject of debate and change, and the situation may have evolved since my last update in January 2022. It is therefore recommended to check up-to-date source for the latest information. Well, the structure of media. The media landscape in Argentina is characterized by a complex interplay of historical, political, and economic factors. Since the late 19th century, Argentina has seen a significant development of communication media, albeit often influenced by state intervention and lacking a coherent policy promoting the public interest. During the military dictatorships, 1976 to 1983, explicit censorships stifled media diversity, leading to the closure of over 250 newspapers. The shift from print to audiovisual media facility control over information and entertainment consumption, further consolidating media powers. While technological advances, the dictatorship have expanded communication platforms. Media ownerships remain highly concentrated. The emergence of conglomerates dominates the media landscape with content production centralized in the metropolitan area of Buenos Aires City. Neoliberal policies in the 1990 and early 2000 private audiovisual companies as media license. Despite technological convergence, access by digital technology has been slower than in more developed countries. By 2019, media concentration remained high, with a handful of companies controlling a significant portion of the industry. This concentration extends geographically, with Buenos Aires serving as the hub of all information and entertainment production. Since the return to democracy in 1983, the media system has undergone several transformations, including the advancement of direct censorships, increased ownership concentration, technological convergence, and geographical centralization of content production. These changes have shifted media priority towards profit-driven models, leading to a radical crisis in the economic sustainability of journalist enterprises. The structure of media in Argentina reflects a complex interplay of historical legacy, political intervention, and economic interests, shaping the dynamics of communication and information dissemination in the country. Well, some words of the audiovisual communication service law, some aspects in my country, in Argentina. The audiovisual communication service laws, also known as the media law, was enacted in Argentina on October 10, 2009, replacing the broadcasting laws instituted during the military dictatorships. It was the culmination of a lengthy process involving public consultation and debate aiming at democratizing and universalizing access to communication service. Key provisions of the laws include democratization and universalization. The law aims to regulate audiovisual communication service throughout Argentina, promoting competition and reducing costs to ensure universal access to information and communication technology. Service and public interest audiovisual communication is recognized as a social activity of public interest essential for the socio-cultural development of the population, with the right to freedoms of expression and access to information protected. Collegiate bodies, the Federal Authority for Audiovisual Communication Service, is established to enforce the laws with the boards of directors appointed by the executive powers and the bicameral commission for the promotion and monitoring of audiovisual communication. The figure of a public defender of audiovisual communication service is created to address inquiries, claims, and complaints from the public regarding radio and television service. Social subscription. Cable television service are required to offer a social subscription to ensure access to broadcasting and audiovisual communication service for all inhabitants. This monopolization limits our place on media concentration to prevent monopolies and oligopolies with restriction on the number of licenses and types of media ownerships. License holders criteria such as suitability and roots in the industry are considered for license holders with restriction on individuals who held hierarchical position in de facto governments. Participation of a small company, cooperatives. Cooperatives are allowed to participate in the media industry with the provision to ensure fair competition. Terms of license. License for audiovisual media operation are set for 10 years, extended for another 10 years after public hearings, with regular control to prevent concentrations of the new technology. National content requirements are set for open television, cable television, and private radio to broadcast a minimum percentage of national production, including local news and music. Equal opportunities measures are introduced to ensure accessibility for people with disabilities, including closed captioning, sign language, and audio description. Universal access for sport events. Universal access to sport events, particularly football matches, soccer matches, is guaranteed through audiovisual communication service. Advertising regulation. Advertising broadcasting is regulated to protect the public from excessive interruptions and promote quality radio and television programming. New technology and service. The law anticipates the impact of new technology on the media landscape and aims to ensure plurality and development in response to the digitalization process. Participatory state radio and television. Radio and Television Argentina Society of State is created to consolidate state broadcasting service. Municipal and provincial media frequencies are reserved for municipal and provincial state to operate radio and television service. Civil society voice. A percentage of radio location is reserved for non-profit organizations, and native peoples are authorized to operate radio and television signals. University and educational media. National universities are allowed to operate broadcasting service with requirement to dedicate programming to scientific knowledge, university extension, and cultural creation. Television and Childhood. A fund is established to support the production of quality television programs for children and adolescents. National cinema. Quotas are set for the displays of national films on television channels to promote the development of national cinema. Overall, the audiovisual communication service law in Argentina represents a comprehensive effort to regulate the media industry, promote diversity, and ensure access to quality communication service for all citizens. Well, new media and digitalization. The mass of new media, characterized by virtuality, immediately interactive and mass self-communication, has transformed the landscape of communication in profound ways. Lev Manovich outlined 5 principles of new media, including digital representation, modularity, automatization, variability, and transcoding, which reflects the digital nature and flexibility of these platforms. The digitalization of traditional media has disrupted established norms and practice, leading to fundamental shifts in the production, distribution, and consumption of information and entertainment. The rise of internet has changed the control traditional media outlets once held over the flow of information, democratizing access and fostering a more participatory media environment. In Argentina, as in many other countries, the transition to digital media has been accompanied by significant change in journalist practice and organizational structures. Online platforms have become central to media operation, requiring adaptation and exploration of digital strategy to remain relevant in the digital age. However, the transition to digital media has not been without change. Traditional media organizations have faced economic pressures and change in audience behaviors, need innovative approach to content creation and distribution. Despite these challenges, the Internet has emerged as a central hub for media consumption, expanding the media landscape and redefining the role of journalists and media professionals. Some words about the local media in the web communication paradigm. The rise of web communication has fundamentally altered the dynamic of local media, offering new opportunities for participation, engagement, and community building. The Internet has enabled individuals to connect and communicate on a global scale, while also facilitating interaction at the local level. The academic Manuel Castells emphasized the importance of including local context in global communication network, highlighting the Internet's roles in enabling communication from many to many. Today, online media platforms allow for various forms of participation and engagement, empowering users to actively shape the content and direction of media discourse. Francesco Fattorello models of communication emphasize the active role of the audience in shaping media content and discourse, aligning closely with the principles of web communication. The growing emphasis on participatory communication and community media has created space for individuals to participate, contribute, and advocate for social change within their local communities. Overall, the rise of new media and the transition to digital platforms have reshaped the media landscape, fostering greater participation, engagement, and connectivity among individuals and communities. As traditional media organizations adapt to this change, the role of local media in facilitating community engagement and empowerment remains vital in the digital age. What about local media in the digital age? An important question. Local media, characterized by their focus on temporal and contingent local news, have experienced significant growth and development due to the advent of the Internet, new technology, and the proliferation of connected devices. These media outlets, often small in size, benefit from their flexibility and agility in responding to the informational needs of local communities. The concept of local media extends beyond physical boundaries, encompassing news defined by geographical, social, and cultural contexts that affect a specific region, while the traditional dichotomy between local and global communication persist. Scholar advocate for a localization approach, emphasizing the interconnectedness of local and global process. In the digital era, local media face evolving challenges and opportunities. While geography remains important, the shift to online formats has barred traditional distinction and introduced new dynamic. The concept of geosocial news emerged as a framework for understanding the intersection of geographical and social media in shaping media discourse. Local journalists and media outlets poses unique advantages, including direct access to news sources, knowledge of the local community, and the ability to foster interaction with audience. Technologies enable these journalists to contextualize news and engage with audience in many fields while shaping public opinion and influencing social attitudes. Francesco Fattorello's theory emphasizes the influence of media on public opinion, highlighting the role of conformity factors in societal communication. Local media cater to audience interest in proximity information, delivering content tailored to their immediate environment. However, local media also face challenges, including potential interference from local powers and pressure related to advertising, access to public information, and interviewing officials. Despite these challenges, local media plays a crucial role in informing and engaging communities, bridging the gap between global trends and local reality in the digital age. The role of local audience in media consumption. In accordance with Francesco Fattorello's thesis, the primary function of media is to distribute, transmit, and deliver communication content to audience, whose size and quality significantly impact the value of media outlets. Audience traditionally viewed as passive consumers of media now assume a more influential role in shaping media consumption patterns. The concept of audience has evolved over time, moving from a focus on isolated individuals vulnerable to media effects to a recognition of audience as diverse groups with varied socio-demographic profiles and behaviors. Audiences are not merely passive recipients of media message, but actively engaged with media content while multitasking and engaging in other activities. Media outlets value on an audience to pay attention to the context, which needs the production of quality information. However, the current dynamic of media production often limit the time and resources available for in-depth journalism, leading to a disconnect between media agenda and audience interest. Despite the abundance of information in today's multi-platform media ecosystem, audience might not find media content relevant or engaging. This discrepancy raises questions about the transferability of media agenda to audience preference. In times of crisis, such as the social and economic upheaval experienced in Argentina in 2018 and 2019, media outlets strive to supervise amid technological change and changing audience preference. Moreover, the proliferation of digital platforms has democratized access to information, enabling individuals and organizations to communicate directly with the public. This phenomenon challenges traditional media's monopolies and public opinion and highlights the importance of understanding and engaging with audience interests and preference. In conclusion, while media outlets plays a crucial role in shaping public discourse, their ability to capture and retain audience attention depends on their ability to produce relevant, engaging content. Understanding audience preference and adapting media agenda accordingly is essential for maintaining relevance and influence in today's rapidly evolving media landscape. Well, local journalism and geosocial news. Local journalism is undergoing a period of redefinition in response to economic, cultural, and technological challenges. These challenges intersect with structural conditions affecting local media operation, audience engagement, and economic sustainability. Media outlets producing social news play a vital role as watchdogs for local governments and help keep citizens informed and engaged in politics. Communities with limited local news production may experience lower levels of civic engagement and political participation, highlighting the importance of robust local journalism for democratic development. The crisis affecting journalism today is a part of a broader digital revolution, characterized by erosion of audience, decreased advertising, invest and heightened scrutiny of journalists' credibility. However, labeling this challenge as a singular crisis overlooks their diverse underlying factors and potential solutions. While empirical and theoretical understanding of local journalism is still limited compared to national and global journalism, recent study highlights the significance of local newspapers as key providers of professionally produced news on local issues. Despite declining resource and rich local newspaper remain vital in reporting of local public affairs. The evolving media landscape, including the rise of social media platforms and algorithm mediation, brings about a reconfiguration of dynamic in public discourse. Local journalists in places like San Luis, Argentina, face the challenge of managing competition and cooperation with various stakeholders, including government, agencies, private companies, and civil society organizations. Ultimately, local journalism serves important social function by providing a voice to citizens, fostering civic engagement, and contributing to community well-being. However, the complex change needs a broader redefinition of its social function to adapt to changing societal dynamics. Finally, I speak some words about online advertising. Online advertising has become an integral part of marketing strategy, offering business the opportunity to reach a massive and highly segmented audience effectively. With the exponential growth of the internet and the rise of online users, internet advertising has witnessed significant expansion, representing 49% of the global advertising investment in 2021. Key highlights of online advertising growth include increased spending Online advertising spending has consistently surpassed traditional media spending, with platforms like Google and Facebook making it accessible to small business. Global penetration. Internet advertising has achieved a global reach, covering almost every corner of the world as more people gain access to the internet through the various devices. Diversification of platform and formats. There is a wide variety of online advertising options, including display ads, video ads, native advertising, influencer marketing, and more. Segmentation and personalization. Advanced data and analysis technology allow for precise targeting of specific demographics, interests, and behaviors, engaging the relevance and effectiveness of ads. Emerging technology. The growth of online advertising is also propelled by innovations such as artificial intelligence and augmented reality, offering new opportunities for optimization and user engagement. In Argentina, the online advertising landscape for 2023 was dominated by categories such as government, supermarkets, banks, and credit cards, finance, and telecommunication. The government sector led in terms of share of voice and investment, followed by supermarkets and finance. News and information media receive the highest share of digital advertising, with online media being the preferred platform for ad distribution. Key advertisers in Argentina during 2023 include the President of the Nation, Coto Supermarket, the government of the city of Buenos Aires, Carrefour Supermarket, and BOW, with various governmental entities featuring prominently among the top advertisers. Overall, online advertising continues to be a dominant force in marketing, offering significant opportunity for business to engage with their target audience effectively. However, it is essential to address concerns related to privacy and user trust to maintain the integrity and effectiveness of online advertising strategy. Well, this is the end. Thank you very much for the attention. Thank you very much. Sorry for my English and my bad pronunciation. Thank you very much.